Welcome to the Philippine Motor Show. This is Autofocus. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa. Here's a menu of some of our features on this edition of your electronic magazine, exclusive to the automobile and its industry.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A sports car from Toyota, the Supra 3-liter automatic, and a mini MPV from Honda, the Mobilio 1.5V CVT. Plus, a feature-to-feature comparison of two mid-sized SUVs, the Ford Everest Titanium Plus 4x4 and the Montero Sport GT 4x4. On Autopedia, we'll talk about what an engine overhaul entails. And together, with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry, we shall have Honda Cars Philippines' journey to 30 years as our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Voting for the next Automobile of the Year is extended. To be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Just log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2020. Vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo. Live extra
with the new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the automobile show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Toyota. Toyota ceased production of its iconic sports car, the Supra, in 2002. 17 years later, the first 5th-generation Supra rolled off the production line of a factory in, of all places, Graz, Austria. Does the new Supra live up to its iconic name and reputation?
The launch of the Supra was among the most awaited events of 2019. The return of the most celebrated sports car from Toyota has generated a lot of excitement globally and among local car enthusiasts. When it was first revealed to the world at the Detroit Motor Show, the excitement grew even more, especially locally. Will Toyota make the resurrected Supra available in the country? And the question most asked, will it be even more exciting in the metal? Yes, was the resounding answer after the sneak peek at the Clark International Speedway during the Vios Racing Festival. and even more yeses when it was formally launched at the Manila Polo Club. Many car enthusiasts loved that the new Supra retained much of what made the old Supra an iconic sports car. A little shorter, a wee bit wider, and just a touch taller at 4,379mm by 1,854mm by 1,294mm than its predecessor. The new Supra maintained the long bonnet, short deck design of iconic sports cars. It also sits low above the pavement with a 115mm minimum ground clearance. Toyota also decided on a 2,470mm wheelbase that is said to help allow a 50-50 front-to-rear weight ratio for better handling at speed. The nose cone look is new. There are creases and air intakes, real and Fox. It's a little curvier, but the placements and proportions, if not the whole design, of the LED headlamps with integrated daytime running lights still recall the headlamps of the old Supra. The same goes for the slim integrated lights at the rear, which comes with unobtrusive spoiler, LED rear fog lamp, backup lamp and high mount stock lamp, dual exhaust tailpipes, and distinctive bumper. The exterior also comes with auto windshield wipers, outdoor mirrors with dimming, color-keyed grip-type door handles, glass-type antennae. The new Supra interior is as sporty as sports cars go, with carbon and silver aluminum trim, and seats upholstered in Alcantara material. The dash layout is best described as driver-centric. The instrument panel comes with an 8.8-inch TFT LCD display that can show speedometer, tachometer, and other vital info. The leather-wrapped 3-spoke steering wheel features paddle shifters and controls for audio, phone, and cruise control. The infotainment system uses 8.8-inch widescreen TFT LCD touchscreen display and comes with USB and Bluetooth connectivity, navigation software, JBL 12-speaker hi-fi surround sound system. Adding to comfort and convenience inside the 5th generation Supra are push-start system, dual-zone air conditioning, accessory outlet in center console. Much of the controls for various functions and displays can be controlled with what Toyota calls the Supra Command, which is basically similar to the BMW iDrive system. The new Supra powertrain stays true to the inline-6 engines that made the old Supra so popular with sports car enthusiasts and racers. The 5th generation Supra is powered by a 2,998cc 6-cylinder inline twin-scroll turbocharged gasoline engine. The engine generates 335 horsepower from 5,000 to 6,500 revolutions per minute and 500 Newton-meters of torque from 1,600 to 4,500 RPM. All that power and torque drives the rear wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission. The Supra also comes with a limited slip differential. Stopping power comes from a brake system using front ventilated discs with 4-piston fixed caliper and rear ventilated discs with 1-piston floating caliper. The Supra suspension features double joint type McPherson struts in front and a multi-link system in the rear. It also comes with adaptive variable suspension. The latest generation Supra also features wide rear tires, 275 by 35 R19 tires, wrapped around 10JX 19-inch forged aluminums. In front are 255 by 35 R19 tires, wrapped around 9J by 19-inch forged aluminums. For safety and security, the Supra is equipped with various airbags. The Supra also comes with vehicle stability control, traction control, and anti-lock brake system.
Many who have been lucky enough to test drive the 5th generation Supra agree that it has the horses and ride and handling characteristics that live up to the Supra name. Does it deserve the 5 million plus SRP? That boils down to budget and taste. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back to Autofocus, and we now have the latest auto industry news.
Over the past few weeks, we've been getting a steady diet of the new Kia Stonic, each tidbit weeding out our appetite for more. By the time Kia Philippines formally launched the Stonic, we knew virtually everything about the subcompact crossover aimed at the young. The Stonic, filled with much of smart connectivity the young expect in their crossovers, including an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system compatible with both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and driver assist and other new standard tech for safety and convenience, from smart keyless entry and illuminated push start button to parking distance warning, electronic stability control, and hill start assist. We also knew about the ultra-competitive introductory prices and the huge discounts for early bird buyers. But at the formal launch, Kia sprung more surprises, announcing that the introductory price for the new Stonic, which varies from 675,000 pesos for the LX MT, 785,000 pesos for the mid-range LX Automatic, and 875,000 pesos for the top-grade EX Automatic, will be extended until the end of November. It was supposed to end on launch date October 15. Another surprise was the launch of the new virtual showroom, uniquely developed to gain better traction for online users. To see the digital showroom, customers may log on to the Kia website at www.kia.com/ph. Toyota has rolled a range of new Fortuners, headlined by the new LTD variants that come with the new fascia and available in both 4x4 and 4x2 options. The new Fortuner lineup also includes the Q and V variants in automatic transmission, the G variant available in manual and automatic transmission. During the online launch of the new Fortuners, Toyota Motor Philippines President Atsuhiro Okamoto said, "The new Fortuner is smarter, stronger, and safer than ever." With its refreshed lineup led by the top-of-the-line premium LTD grade, the country's best-selling SUV just got better. The new Fortuner LTD comes in two-tone color black roof, a bolder and sportier front and rear bumper design, machine-cut 18-inch alloy wheels, split-type LED headlamps, and LED front fog lamps, sequential turn signal lamps, and redesigned LED rear combination lamps. The Q and V variants feature LED fog lamps and redesigned LED rear combination lamps, and bi-beam LED headlamps with LED line guide, daytime running lights. The LTD, Q, and V variants all have smart key entry and push start system. The new Fortuner LTD and Q variants are powered by the 1GD FTV engine, which max out at 204 PS and 500 Nm of torque, while the V and G variants get the 2GD FTV engine, which max out at 150 PS and 400 Nm of torque. Prices start at 1,633,000 pesos for the 2.4-liter 4x2 G manual, to 2,414,000 pesos for the top-of-line 2.8-liter 4x4 LTD automatic, two-tone in white pearl color. Mitsubishi Motors Philippines reports a strong September for sales, moving 5,384 units, a 205% increase over those sold in August. Mitsubishi said the massive increase in sales in September was led by the Mirage G4, with 1,873 units sold, and the L300 with 1,698 units sold, respectively 391% and 253% more than sales in the previous month. It attributed the surge in sales to the aggressive Mitsubishi rollback promo that reduced prices by as much as 207,000 pesos for the Mirage G4 and 106,000 pesos for the L300. Mitsubishi also reported increases in the sales of the Expander, with 899 units sold in September, a 144% rise. The Strada, with 656 units sold, a 116% rise. And the Pajero, with 25 units sold, at 277% increase. MMPC President and CEO Mutsuhiro Oshikiri see the September sales as a sign this difficult year will end on a bright note. The Mitsubishi rollback promo has been extended until October 31, 2020. Brembo and Auto Performance PH, the brake specialist's official Philippine distributor, are pulling out all stops in its digital marketing process. Those looking for brakes for their cars can log on to bremboparts.com to find the right Brembo part they need. This comprehensive and user-friendly online catalog allows you to search for parts by the vehicle details, by the part number, and for brake discs by the dimensions. Or they can go online to browse autoperformanceph.com for information on all things brakes. The website provides tips on everything brake related, from brake system maintenance, experiences from actual Brembo users, and how to choose the right product for specific vehicles. Brembo has also tied up with online selling Lazada app. Brembo now has an official store on Lazada to make choosing and purchasing Brembo products easy and hassle-free. Brembo brake pads and brake discs for the most popular vehicles in the Philippines are listed on the Brembo store on Lazada, with more parts numbers added every week.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Voting for the next Automobile of the Year is extended. To be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Just log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2020. Vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
The Mitsubishi Mirage. Live extra.
With the new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross.
What do we go for? We go for experience. We go for excitement. We go for sport. We go for style. We go for fun. We go for the new Toyota Wigo.
Welcome back to this edition of Autofocus, the country's premier automobile TV and online magazine. Here's our feature-to-feature comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category on head-to-head. Seven-seater mid-size SUVs are the dream vehicles for Filipinos with growing families. They have the size, the utility, and versatility, and they're fun to have. 2 mid-size SUVs have long been top of mind for those in need of go-everywhere family vehicles. Head-to-head pits the 2020 Ford Everest Titanium Plus versus the 2020 Montero Sport GT 4x4 in a spec-to-spec comparison.
More SUVs and crossovers than passenger cars are being sold these days, from subcompacts to full-size variants. There are now SUVs and crossovers for every need, taste, and budget. In the mid-size 7-seater SUV segment are 2 worthy options: the 2020 Ford Everest 2-liter bi-turbo Titanium Plus and the 2020 Montero Sport GT 4x4. The 2020 Ford Everest Titanium Plus is the top-of-the-line variant of the American brand's mid-size SUV. Bearing the model's latest facelift, the 2020 Ford Everest is 4,893 millimeters long, 1,862 millimeters wide, and 1,836 millimeters at its highest point, with a 225 millimeter minimum ground clearance and a 2,850 millimeter long wheelbase. The facelift has given the Everest a more expansive grille with horizontal chrome beams on top of black mesh and the blue oval prominently displayed in front. The Everest exterior features LED projector headlamps with daytime running lights, front and rear fog lamps, LED tail lamps, puddle lamps, It also comes with front and rear splash guards, roof rails, rain sensing wipers, power folding, power adjustable side mirrors with integrated turn signals, and side steps. The Everest Titanium Plus can be distinguished from its siblings by its panoramic moonroof. The Titanium Plus also comes with 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 265 by 50 R20 tires. The Montero Sport GT 4x4 takes up a slightly smaller space at 4,785 millimeters long, 1,815 millimeters wide, and 1,805 millimeters tall, with a 218 millimeter minimum ground clearance. It sports Mitsubishi's Defense Shield base fascia with large combination turn signals and fog lamps, the LED rear combination lamp design, new rear spoiler, shark fin antenna, and the 18-inch two-tone 6-spoke alloy wheels. The 2-liter TDCI bi-turbo diesel engine powering the Titanium Plus 4x4 generates 213 PS at 3,750 revolutions per minute and 500 Newton meters of torque from 1,750 to 2,000 RPM. The power and torque can be channeled to all 4 wheels via the 10-speed automatic transmission with select shift. Stopping power comes from a brake system featuring front ventilated and rear solid discs. The Everest rides on a suspension system that uses double wishbones with coil spring and anti-roll bar in front, and coil spring with Watts link and anti-roll bar in the back. The Montero Sport GT 4-wheel drive is powered by a 2.4-liter inline 4-cylinder diesel engine with variable geometry turbo and the Mitsubishi innovative valve timing electronic control, generating 181 PS at 3,500 revolutions per minute and 430 Newton meters of torque at 2,500 RPM. The engine is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission Super Select 4-wheel drive 2 with off-road traction control. The Montero suspension system uses double wishbone with coil springs and stabilizer bar in front, and 3-link coil springs with stabilizer bar in the rear. Comfort and convenience in the 2020 Ford Everest Titanium Plus starts with keyless entry and push-button start. Once inside, there's room for 7 on 3 rows of leather upholstered seats that matches the leather trim and leather-wrapped steering wheel. Driver and front passenger seat have 8-way power adjust. Second row bench seat back splits and folds 60-40. Third row bench seat back splits 50-50 with power folding function. Convenience features include power windows, electrochromic rear view mirror, dual zone automatic temperature control air conditioning, active noise cancellation, sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors, 12-volt auxiliary outlets in all seat rows. The instrument cluster features dual color 4.2-inch screens. Also adding to convenience is the power liftgate with hands-free function. Infotainment and connectivity in the 2020 Everest Titanium Plus 4x4 comes from an 8-inch TFT with DAB+, digital radio, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, has a navigation system, 3 USB ports with 1 on the widescreen, and a 10-speaker system with subwoofer. The system integrates with audio and voice controls on the multifunction steering wheel. The 2020 Montero Sport GT 4x4 also comes with smart keyless entry system with start-stop engine button. Inside the cabin are dual-layer cushion seats, upholstered in leather for 7. There are power adjustable seats. The Montero also comes with large 8-inch full LCD instrument cluster, dual zone automatic climate control system, and adaptive cruise control. Also available are USB ports, 12-volt socket, and 220-volt power. Also for convenience, is the power tailgate with hands-free operation. Infotainment and connectivity comes from the new smartphone link display multimedia entertainment system with an 8-inch display screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. This system allows linkage to LCD instrument cluster, and both the LCD instrument cluster and the multimedia audio system have controls on the steering wheel. The 2020 Ford Everest Titanium Plus comes with a lot of passive and active safety and driver assist technologies. These include adaptive cruise control with forward collision alert, lane keeping and driver alert system, autonomous emergency braking, electronic stability control, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, roll stability control, hill launch assist. Also adding to safety are 7 airbags, front and rear parking sensors, rear view camera, 3-point seat belts, and child seat ISOFIX anchorage points. The 2020 Montero Sport GT 4x4 also comes with a long list of driver assist technologies, as well as active and passive safety features. These include active stability control, hill start assist, trailer stability assist, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, hill descent control, blind spot warning with lane change assist, ultrasonic deceleration mitigation system, rear cross traffic alert, multi-around monitor. Also standard are 7 SRS airbags, 3-point seat belts for all 7 occupants in vehicle, ISOFIX, and tether anchors.
The SUV market is now very competitive, as shown by the top-of-the-line Everest and Montero. Automakers are equipping SUVs with as much cutting-edge automotive and smart technologies now available and selling them at really competitive prices.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant, which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado restaurant, only for the foodies.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions, the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
Seize every moment, even the unexpected ones. The all-new Ford Territory. Own the moment.
Welcome back to Autofocus. the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. It's been 30 years since Honda Cars Philippines first began working to bring in Honda automobiles to the country. Amid difficulties brought by the COVID-19 pandemic, Honda celebrates the milestone by renewing its commitment to providing excellent vehicles and after-sales service to loyal patrons.
It all started with the Honda Civic two-door hatchback. Everyone seemed to want one when it was first introduced in the 1990s. Then came the four-door Civic, then the Accord, then the CR-V, and the City. All became best sellers for Honda Cars Philippines Incorporated, or HCPI. Today, Honda calls them its legacy models, all still in its lineup of vehicles along newer innovative models like the Mobilio, BRV, and the Civic Type R. This month of October, HCPI begins celebrating its 30th anniversary of assembling and distributing automobiles in the country. The milestone is under the stewardship of new HCPI President Masahiko Nakamura, who assumed office in April when the economy was virtually shut down by the COVID-19 pandemic.
We celebrate our 30th anniversary. Our main goal is to extend our appreciation through various activities and give back to our customers for their continuous support throughout the year.
On its 30th year, HCPI celebrates the accumulation of achievements and breakthroughs over the decades, and which is now compiled in a commemorative book.
Our 30th anniversary commemorative book features the significant events and milestone of HCPI over the 30 years. This includes the product launches, the dealership inauguration, also the corporate and product awards, and also some CSR activities in which you are part of that. We have invited you on those CSR activities as a tree planting. And basically, various significant events that we have initiated throughout these 30 years.
HCPI is celebrating 30 years of providing excellent vehicles that captivated the local market and after-sales services that helped it gain an extensive and loyal base of patrons. It has launched a host of activities to show its appreciation to loyal patrons.
In celebration of our 30th anniversary, we have initiated various activities that is focused on expressing our gratitude to our customers for their continued support for Honda. And for October, we will be having our monthly sales promos for various models, after sales promos, social media activities, and we have our e-raffle wherein HCPI will be raffling off a brand new Honda Brio and other existing prizes to Honda customer who will be updating their contact information. Just update their contact information and they will be given a chance to win a Honda Brio.
The milestone comes at a difficult year for the automotive industry, when the COVID-19 pandemic shut down the economy for a number of weeks. And when it reopened, it was under strict health protocols that presented new challenges needing new models of doing business. This year sees HCPI shutting down its car manufacturing division and the closing of a handful of dealerships. But HCPI assures Honda owners in particular and the public in general that it will continue to launch new models and to provide the after-sales needed by owners of old and new Hondas.
The closure of the manufacturing division of HCPI, we used to locally produce the CT and the VRB, basically fits in the global strategy of Honda, which is the optimization of resources in the production operation. This is being done to maximize the operational capacity of all Honda globally while maintaining the top quality products and excellent customer service that Honda provides. Regarding the closure of Honda dealership in Metro Manila, we would like to assure the public that the existing dealership in Metro Manila, as well as the nearby provinces, will be able to sufficiently service customers that might have been impacted by the closure of this dealership. And we assure that we will continue to provide both sales and after-sales services for customers in these areas. Now, HCPI currently stands at 34 dealerships nationwide, and this includes 3 more upcoming dealerships which are scheduled to be operational soon. And all these dealerships will continue to provide customer-centric sales and after-sales services.
As it faces new challenges on its 30th year in the country, HCPI leadership is confident the company, the automotive industry, and the country as a whole will overcome the difficulties of living with COVID-19.
For HCPI, our virtual at Honda online dealership is one of our ways of adapting to the new normal and in helping our customers have a more convenient way of purchasing a car while staying at their homes. Through this, I think we are able to continuously serve our customer given the restriction and mandate under the new norm. I believe we could overcome this challenge, same as East Japan earthquake 2011.
As it celebrates its 30th anniversary, Honda invites everyone to check out its new offerings at its physical and virtual dealerships.
Again, we would like to thank the viewers and our customers for their continued support to Honda over 30 years. We have not been able to achieve this milestone without your great patronage of our products and services. And to know more about the latest HCPI news and promos, we would like to invite everyone, the televiewers out there, to please visit the nearest Honda car dealership, or they could actually access the Honda Cars Philippines virtual showroom through our HCPI official website at www.hondapil.com.
With the arrival of so many new competing brands, can Honda retain its hold on its loyal base of patrons it gained over 30 years? It may be on the right track to doing so.
Voting for the next Automobile of the Year is extended. To be part of the 2020-2021 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. Just log on to bit.ly/AFPCA2020. Vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2020-2021 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until November 30, 2020. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Seize every moment, even the unexpected ones. The all-new Ford Territory. Own the moment.
Welcome back. We have more cars for you to know and appreciate as we have our second car review this week. 7-seater automobiles for the family now come in various shapes and sizes. There are MUVs, SUVs, and MPVs. MPVs are, in essence, just bigger MUVs, depending on where you are in the world. A 7-seater can be called a compact MUV or mini MPV, like the Honda Mobilio.
Honda Cars Philippines has a number of 7-seater vehicles in its lineup. 7-seaters are sought by families who like their versatility for carrying passengers and cargo, and can either come in the form of SUVs or sports utility vehicles, MUVs or multi-utility vehicles, or MPVs or multi-purpose vehicles, depending on desired lifestyles and budgets. The most affordable 7-seater in Honda's local lineup is the Mobilio, positioned as a compact MUV or mini MPV if you like. Although its most expensive variant tops the SRP of the least expensive BRV, another of Honda's 7-seaters, but positioned as a compact SUV. In this edition of Car Review, we'll take a look at the Honda Mobilio 1.5V CVT. The Mobilio cuts a sleek figure on the road at 4,386mm long, 1,683mm wide, and 1,603mm tall. It clears the ground by 189mm and has a 2,652mm wheelbase. The latest edition Mobilio got a recent facelift that many said gave it an edgier look, although the description may be more literal than figurative. But you know it's a Honda from design cues as well as quality of fit and finish. Design cues aside, the Mobilio 1.5V CVT exterior comes with multi-reflector halogen headlights, fog lights on the front Fox air ducts, turn lights integrated into the side view mirrors, body color door handles, micro-type antenna, bulb-type tail lamp, high-mount LED stop lamp. It also has intermittent front wipers with washer and standard rear wipers with washer. The Mobilio rides on a 185/65 R15 tires, wrapped around 15 by 5.5 aluminum alloy wheels. The cabin has seats for 7, the dark cloth upholstery complementing the dark hues of plastic dash and trim. Headroom, elbow and leg room for front seats and second row seat can be best described as perfectly adequate for an MUV. Third row seats can be tight for adults. The 60/40 second row seating slides, reclines, folds, and tumbles. The 50/50 third row seating split folds and tumbles. The folding and tumbling increase cargo capacity from 223 liters to 470 liters, with all seats upright to 521 liters. The Mobilio dash and instrumentation embodies the U in MUV, with Honda favoring a no-frills, elegant yet sporty approach to design. Comfort and convenience features enhance utility in the cabin, starting with a smart entry, power door locks and windows, 4 bottle holders, 5 cup holders, pockets to hold stuff on front and rear doors, front and rear dome lights, grab rails for 4 to 8 ingress and egress, an accessory 12-volt socket. The air conditioning system has manual controls with digital display on the dash, plus aircon controls for rear passengers. The infotainment system uses a 7-inch touchscreen with Bluetooth and USB connectivity, and plays through 4 speakers. The driver enjoys electronic power steering using a 3-spoke urethane with silver trim steering wheel that adjusts for tilt. Powering the Mobilio is a 1,497cc single overhead cam iVTEC inline-4 16-valve engine that generates a maximum 120 PS at 6,600 revolutions per minute and 145 Nm of torque at 4,600 RPM with drive-by-wire accelerator pedal control. The power is transmitted to the front wheels via Honda's Earth Dreams technology continuously variable transmission. The brake system uses front ventilated discs and rear drums. The suspension system features front McPherson struts with coil spring and stabilizer, and torsion beam axle and coil spring in the rear. The Mobilio 1.5V CVT does not lack for passive and safety features, now expected as standard in all cars. It comes with anti-lock braking system and electronic brake force distribution. The keyless entry system is complemented by alarm and immobilizer. All 7 passengers get 3-point ELR seatbelts, with wear seatbelt reminders for driver and front seat passenger. The Mobilio also has ISOFIX child seat anchors and child safety door locks.
The Honda Mobilio certainly deserves more than a look-see for those in the lookout for an affordable and versatile 7-seat cargo and people mover. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Sometimes your car can have the dreaded O word, and by O we mean overhaul. We'll explain to you in as simple terms as possible what an engine overhaul actually entails and what is done when you overhaul an engine. Overhauling an engine simply means that you have to take the engine, take it all apart, and then replace some parts inside. And the parts that are almost always replaced with an overhaul are these things, the piston rings. These are the first ones to go inside the engine. As you notice, there's a bit of spring in this. So this is what seals the piston to the combustion chamber, and over time, wear and tear, and obviously this thing is operating in hundreds of degrees Celsius environment. These tend to fail and not to be as springy no more. So the actual part on a normal overhaul engine is just to replace the piston rings, which are these things. There's normally 4 of them now in a modern engine. And there's the oil ring land here, which is a bit hard to get out. I need a special pick to get it out. But these are the things that are replaced in a normally overhauled engine. This part is cheap. It's getting to it that's expensive, and the things that you have to take out and the things that gets replaced that add up to the bill. The primary cause of an engine that needs to be overhauled is number 1, old age. By old age, we mean 150,000, sometimes 200,000 kilometers. And it also depends on the engine. Yes, we have all heard stories of the Toyota that lasted 1,000,000 miles, the Mercedes-Benz engine that lasted another 1,000,000 miles, or 300,000 kilometers on the original engine on a 1990 Honda. Those are more of the exceptions rather than the norm. Normally an engine's life here in the Philippines is anywhere from 150,000 to maybe 250,000 if you're lucky. By that time, if it's still running great, good for you, but an overhaul is not out of the question with that age of an engine. So when you overhaul an engine, these are all the parts. Actually, this is not all the parts. It's not even all the parts. This is some of the parts of a Subaru engine that we're overhauling. The engine block is not here. It's actually in the machine shop. What adds up to the cost of the overhaul are things like this. When you overhaul the engine, you need new gaskets for this, new gaskets for that. All the rubber here gets replaced. There, rubber seals. Everything gets replaced, and this is also a good time to check for wear items like this is an engine mount, if it's already soft or not. This is apparently still in pretty good condition. And then it's also a time for a general cleaning. You clean everything. This is the valve cover, you clean the gunk off the camshafts, you clean the gunk off here. This is the timing chain cover. This one we just freshly cleaned, so this seal has to be replaced as well. So all of the little things do add up. That's what makes a overhaul expensive. How do you know if your car needs an overhaul? The usual classic signs are number 1, white smoke coming out of the exhaust. That simply means that the piston ring isn't doing its job anymore. So the oil, which is normally should be here, goes up to the combustion chamber here, and then it gets burned. When oil burns, it's usually a white smoke that comes out. So goes out the tailpipe, white smoke. When you pull up the dipstick, white smoke comes out of that one. That's a sure sign that you already need an overhaul. Baleado, it's not idling properly, it's not idling correctly, it's idling pretty rough, the engine is shaking a lot. That's a sign, but not necessarily an overhaul. Overheating is another sign that may or may not be a complete overhaul. There is such a thing as a top overhaul where only the cylinder head part have a compression test done. That's another pretty much sure way to figure out if your car needs an overhaul or not. It may or may not be caused by the piston ring. It could also be caused by the valve is not shutting off, the clearance is off, and then among other things, head problems, but at least it eliminates some of the possible things that might cause an overhaul. Don't be scared of the word overhaul. Like I said, it is not a death sentence, it's not a person. An engine can always be rebuilt. It's just a matter of time and money. Car has sentimental value to you, somebody drove it through a flood, you can't part with it, engine needs an overhaul, not a problem. It can always be brought back to its former glory if you want to. Yes, it's stressful, yes, it's annoying, yes, it's a drain on your wallet, but unlike a person going to a hospital, the car can always be resuscitated back to life.
That's our feature on Autopedia this week. Taking care of your ride has been made easier. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your Automobile Electronic Magazine informative as well as entertaining. You can also check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe and healthy.